In the earlier slides, we have learnt about the SI unit of energy as Joule. Now we learn the commercial unit of energy. Commercial means the unit of energy that is used commercially. Like when we buy electricity from the electricity board, we pay our electricity bills. The unit used there is called commercial unit of energy. Now we have learned earlier that the SI unit of energy is Joule. But Joule is a very small unit of energy. Hence there is a need for a larger unit of energy. So commercially, energy is sold in a unit called kilowatt hour. Now what is kilowatt hour? 1 kilowatt hour is the amount of energy consumed when an electrical appliance of 1000 watts is used for 1 hour. So suppose I have some appliance here, and this appliance, this is an electrical appliance, and this electrical appliance has a power of 1000 watts, and this appliance is kept on for 1 hour. It will consume some energy. This energy is called 1 kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour, I repeat, is the energy consumed when an electrical appliance of 1000 watts is used for 1 hour. It's quite easy to remember because 1 kilowatt hour means 1 kilowatt is 1000 watts for 1 hour. So an appliance having a power of 1000 watts is kept on for 1 hour. The energy used there is called 1 kilowatt hour. We'll now learn the relation between kilowatt hour and joule. Now we start with 1 kilowatt hour. We know 1 kilowatt hour is 1 kilowatt for 1 hour. Now 1 kilowatt is 1000 watts, and 1 hour is 60 into 60 seconds. Now 1000. Now what we know is joule over second. That we learnt earlier, that power was work over time, which is joule over second, and what power was watt, so watt was joule over second. So that's what I have written here, and 60 into 60 is 3600 second. So this second and this second were cut off, and then I'll have 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3600 joule. So I have got a relationship between 1 kilowatt hour and joule. So 1 kilowatt hour equal to, if I put the decimal, 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. You need to remember this relationship, that 1 kilowatt hour is 3.6 into 10 raised to power of 6 joule. Another thing we need to remember is 1 kilowatt hour is commonly called 1 unit. Known as 1 unit. If you go up to an electricity bill, you will see that 10 units or 100 units or 1000 units. 1000 units means it is equal to 1000 kilowatt hour. We'll get on with some sums of power. We already have learned that power was energy over time, or work over time. Therefore energy is equal to power into time. Now the energy can be measured in two ways. So first we know that energy equal to power into time. This energy could be measured in a unit of joule, which is the SI unit, or it could be measured in the commercial unit, which is kilowatt hour. If you want to measure it in joule, then the power has to be in watt, that is the SI unit of power, and the time should be in second. Then the energy, you'll do power into time, and the answer will come in joule. But if you want to measure the energy in kilowatt hour, then the power has to be in kilowatt and the time has to be in hour. So when you do energy equal to power into time, your answer will come in kilowatt hour or units. Now in the sum, we have a radio set of 60 watts. So power equal to 60 watts was run for 50 hours. Time 50 hours. How many units of electrical energy were consumed? So they want the energy in kilowatt hour. So which means we know the formula of energy is power into time, but we want it in kilowatt hour. So the power has to be in kilowatt and the time has to be in hours. So the power is given to us as 60 watts. To make kilowatt, you will do 60 over 1000 kilowatt. And the time is in hours, so there's no problem about the time. So we have energy is power into time. Power 60 over 1000 and time is 50. So you cancel this out and you get your answer as here 3 kilowatt hour or 3 units. A family uses 250 units of electrical energy during a month. Calculate the electrical bill in joules. So the energy equal to 250 units, and units is also kilowatt hour. Now we know the relationship that 1 kilowatt hour is 3.6 into 10 raised to power of 6 joule. And here I need to convert 250 kilowatt hour. So 250 kilowatt hour, if I want to make into joules, will be 250 into 3.6, 10 raised to 6 joules. When you multiply this, you will get 9 into 10 raised to 8 joules. And how to do this calculation? So you'll do 250 into 3.6, 10 raised to power of 6. So first you remove a decimal. So 350 into 36 over 10 into 10 raised to 6. So you cancel this out. Then you do 25 into 36, and that is 900. 900 into 10 raised to 6. Now this can be written as 9 into 100 is 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 6. That is 9 into 10 raised to 8. You add up the 2 and the 6. How much electrical energy in kilowatt hour is consumed by an appliance of 1000 watts switched for 60 minutes? So 1000 watts means this is power and here is time. So power 1000 watt. Now remember, we've got to calculate in kilowatt hour. If we have to calculate in kilowatt hour, which means our power should be in kilowatts and our time should be in hours. Now if you see our power is 1000 watts, we have to make kilowatts. So 1000 over 1000 kilowatt. So that will be 1 kilowatt. So power will be 1 kilowatt and time is 60 minutes. But the 60 minutes has to be made into hours, so 60 over 60, that is 1 hour. And energy is power into time. So we have power 1 and the time also is 1. So energy is 1 kilowatt hour. So energy consumed by this electrical appliance in 60 minutes is 1 kilowatt hour. So that is what you write in your answer. 5 electric fans of 120 watts, so 120 watts is power, are used for 4 hours, that is time. Calculate the electrical energy consumed in kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour means again power has to be, so since it has to be calculated in kilowatts, the power has to be in kilowatt. Let's put that again, kilowatt, and the time has to be in hours. So the power here is given 120 watts, so power 120 watt. I need to make it kilowatt, so 120 over 1000 kilowatt. Time 4 hours. 4 hours. So the energy consumed for one fan equal to power into time. Power 120 over 1000 time 4. That is for one fan. But our sum is not for one fan. Our sum is for 5 fans. So energy consumed for 5 fans will be 5 into 120 into 4 over 1000. So you cancel this here, then you can do 12, 5 into 4 is 20 over 100, you cancel this too, here you get 24 over 10, and that is equal to 2.4 kilowatt hour. A certain household consumes 650 units of electricity. So energy consumed 650 units. 650 units means 650 kilowatt hour in a month. How much electricity in joules? We know 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joules. And here I have 650 kilowatt hour will be equal to 650 into 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. So to do this calculations, first you do 650, do 36 over 10 into 10 raised to 6. So you cancel this out. So you get 65 into 36 into 10 raised to power of 6, which is 2340 10 raised to power of 6. But if you take the decimal now from here, 1, 2, 3, it will be 2.34 into 10 raised to 6 plus 3, that is 9. So the answer would be 2.34 10 raised to power of 9 joules.